Hello and welcome to another limited guide. Today we are talking about Ninja Turtles Pick 2 drafting. We are going into Black Green, the existentially terrifying pizza people archetype with mutants and all sorts of content warnings that I should really have researched before I started recording this video. Or alternatively, Teenage Mutant Pizza Party draft pairs. But before we get too far into the video, please, if you like what you're seeing, please leave a like down below, subscribe for a new video almost every single day, comment down below what you played at the pre-release and if you had a good weekend, and hype the video so I can be on YouTube's secret leaderboard. I still have maybe seen this one time, but I'm recording all of these on the same day, so hopefully it's starting to work. You've cracked your pizza box and inside there's a horrifying green ooze or just a swarm of devastatingly large New York rats. Congratulations! You're playing Black Green. These two are really solid bombs. You are going to want them in your limited deck, and of course there are many other reasons that you might want to be in Black Green. How do you get there? Well, of course you look for signposts. Every archetype in this set comes with a pair of uncommon multicolored signposts. In Black Green, you get this horrifying giant pizza man and a straight up murder. Now, if you're not familiar with how limited food archetypes tend to work, there's one really important thing that you need to understand here. Never actually eat the food tokens. Your cards are going to generate a whole bunch of these beautiful little token rectangles that come with an sacrifice effect on them somehow, and you are going to have cards that say, for instance, do a thing if a permanent left the battlefield this turn. You are not going to want to pay the mana to crack your food tokens the default way. You're going to want to find yourself some other ways to have things leave the battlefield. And a perfect example of that are the Pizza Party tent poles. Much like the uncommon signposts, every single archetype has a pair of common cards that are hybrid in their color. Now, for most of the archetypes, the hybrid cards have been acting less like hybrid cards in that they are perfectly playable in one of their colors and can be played in the black-white deck or the green-blue deck. I regret to inform you, the Pizza Party black-green player, that your hybrid cards are some of the most premium hybrid cards in the set. Ice Cream Kitty is the best way to sacrifice any of the tokens in the entire set because, yeah, sacrificing a mutagen token to draw a card is pretty incredible, and every green deck is going to want to do that. Meanwhile, Putrid Pals casually sits around in the white-black Ninjas deck, entering the battlefield as a 4-mana 5/5 if the Ninjas deck has been sneaking ninjas off of the battlefield, a thing that they were going to be doing anyway. So, good luck. Once there are no multicolored cards left for you to fight over, the rest of the pack is going to be full of monocolored cards, and you're going to want to know which of the green and black cards you want to pick out. Obviously, Lord Dreg is another pseudo-signpost card for you. He is absolutely at his best in the black-green archetype, seeing as how he works incredibly well, generating 1/1 tokens and then sacrificing food or mutagens to draw additional cards. But he's another card that's perfectly playable as a mono-black card, and the ninjas are going to just enjoy getting free 1/1s as they continue to pick up their stuff off the board. Now, Stomped by the Foot, ironically, is a black removal piece that the black-white Foot Clan are actually not as interested in. They have removal pieces that synergize better with cards going back to hand. Stomped by the Foot really likes it when you have just a million mostly useless artifact tokens lying around, and if you can feed a food token to Stomped by the Foot to make it a 2-mana instant speed -5/5, you're going to be having a really good time. The real highlight of playing green-black is having the ability to put these two cards together. Courier of Comestibles is an especially solid card if you have cards in your deck that are food and also, say, for instance, creatures, like you have obviously in the black-green signposts and tent poles. But especially if you're picking up probably one of the better cards in the entire limited format that is this set, Anchovy and Banana Pizza, which is as good in limited as it is deeply cursed to look at, because not only is it a recoverable murder, it is a searchable murder, and it is a murder that gives you additional life if you need it. It's everything you could ever want except actually edible. And now we're over halfway through the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle archetype guides, and we are halfway through this video, and we have finally reached the point where I say that yes, you want to draft as many copies of the Ninja Turtles as you can in this archetype. Both versions, common and uncommon, of Mikey are really, really solid in this deck. They generate mutagens and are clearly meant to be working ideally in the green-blue deck, but you are going to be well rewarded for fighting over copies of Michelangelo, as he is going to both fuel your deck and be one of your better payoffs more consistently throughout the entire run. But if you can't get Michelangelo, you can always pivot to the other excellent trick from the black deck, which is just ICBMing people and doming them in the face for 6 with copies of Shredder. If you get a Dream Beavers, which is a solid 1-mana flyer, nice and evasive, makes it really, really easy for you to be sneaking things off of the battlefield, which of course then counts for all of your disappear effects. And then for 4 mana, turning your 1/1 flyer into a 6/4 Death Touch that's already attacking and is by definition unblocked, you're going to be having a really, really solid time. I'm certain that there are going to be drafts that I play where I've drafted these two cards together, and I don't necessarily know whether I'm going to, from there, be going into white-black ninjas or the black-green pizza party deck. As you're filling out the tail end of any deck, you're going to make sure that you're picking up anything that generates additional rectangles. Mutant Chain Reaction is going to be a solid piece of removal because there are plenty of creatures that also happen to be artifacts in this set, and also just any piece of removal that leaves behind an artifact token is going to be really, really good. Playing Slithering Cryptid as a mono-green 2/3 that comes with a mutagen token is going to be perfectly acceptable in this deck. You might even end up sacrificing both halves of this card to be doing better and more efficient, more powerful things, but generally I would be delighted whenever I pick this card up. This is the spread that you want to familiarize yourself with if you want to become a powerful pizza party drafter. Get used to seeing all of these arts in their miniaturized forms for when you're pick 2ing on MTG Arena, because the faster that you can recognize these cards, the easier a time you're going to have making your decisions. Enjoy the ice cream pizza, and I'll see you again tomorrow to play some Space Invaders.